I may ask, do you do this sort of thing for a living at a music hall?
Well, I have thought of it. Perhaps I will one day.
He's no gentleman. He ain't interfere with a poor girl.
How do you do it, may I ask?
Simple phonetics, the science of speech. That's my profession. Also my hobby. Anyone can spot an Irishman or a Yorkshireman by his brogue, but I can place a man within 6 miles. I can place him within 2 miles in London, sometimes within 2 streets.
Ought to be ashamed of himself, unmanly cow.
Is there a living in that?
Oh, yes, quite a fat
He
lot.
mind his own business and leave a poor girl to...
Woman! Cease this detestable boo-hooing instantly, or else seek the shelter of some other place of worship.
I've a right to be here if I like, same as you.
Woman who utters such disgusting and depressing noises has no right to be anywhere, no right to live. Remember that you're a human being with a soul and the divine gift of articulate speech. That your native language is the language of Shakespeare and Milton and the Bible. Don't sit there crooning like a bilious pigeon.
Ow!
Look at her, a prisoner of the gutters. Condemned by every syllable she utters. By right, she should be taken out and hung. For the cold-blooded murder of the English tongue.
Ow!
Oh, heavens, what a sound. This is what the British population calls an elementary education.
Sir, I think you picked a poor example.
Did I? Hear them down in Soho Square, dropping H's everywhere, speaking English any way they like. You, sir, did you go to school?
What do you take me for, a fool?
But no one taught him take instead of tyke. Hear a Yorkshireman, or worse, hear a Cornishman converse. I'd rather hear a choir singing flat. Chickens cackling in a barn, just like this one.
Gone.
Gone. I ask you, sir, what sort of word is that? It's ow and gone that keep her in her place. Not her wretched clothes and dirty face. Why can't the English teach their children how to speak? This verbal class distinction, by now, should be antique. If you spoke as she does, sir, instead of the way you do, why, you might be selling flowers, too.
I beg your pardon.
An Englishman's way of speaking absolutely classifies him. The moment he talks, he makes some other Englishman despise him. One common language, I'm afraid, we'll never get. Oh, why can't the English learn to set a good example to people whose English is painful to your ears? Again, Liza. How kind of you to let me come.
How kind of you to let me come.
No, kind of you, kind of you, kind. How kind of you to let me come.
How kind of you to let me come.
No, kind of you, kind of you. It's like cup of tea, kind of you. Cup of tea. Say cup of tea.
Cup of tea.
No. A cup of tea. An awfully good cake, this. I wonder where Mrs. Pierce gets it.
First rate. And those strawberry tarts are delicious. Did you try the plain cake?
Try it again.
Did you try the...
Pickering! Again, Eliza.
Cup of tea.
Oh, no. Can't you hear the difference? Look, put your tongue forward until it squeezes on the top of your lower teeth. And then say, cup.
Cup.
Then say, of.
Of.
Then say, cup, 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 of, cup, 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 cup,
of,
cup,
cup, cup. Of.
I just...
Poor Professor Higgins, on he plods against all odds. Oh, poor Professor Higgins, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3.
4, 5, 6 marbles. Now, I want you to read this, and I want you to enunciate every word, just as if the marbles were not in your mouth. With blackest moss the flower pots were thickly crusted, one and all. Each word clear as a bell.
With blackest moss the flower pots. I can't.
I say, Higgins, are those pebbles really necessary?
If they were necessary for Demosthenes, they are necessary for Eliza Doolittle. Go on, Eliza.
With blackest
I can't understand a word, not a word. What's the matter?
I swallowed one.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I got plenty more. Open your mouth. One. The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain.
I can't. I'm so tired. I'm so tired.
For God's sake, Higgins, it must be 3 o'clock in the morning. Do be reasonable.
I am always reasonable. Eliza, if I can go on with a blistering headache, you can.
I got an headache too.
Oh, here. I know your headaches. I know you're tired. I know your nerves are as raw as meat in a butcher's window. But think what you're trying to accomplish. Just think what you're dealing with. The majesty and grandeur of the English language is the greatest possession we have. The noblest thoughts that ever flowed through the hearts of men are contained in its extraordinary, imaginative, and musical mixtures of sounds. And that's what you've set yourself out to conquer, Eliza. And conquer it you will. Now try it again.
The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain.
What was that?
The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain.
Again.
The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain.
I think she's got it. I think she's got it.
The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain.
By George, he's got it. By George, he's got it. Now once again, where does it rain?
On the plain, on the plain.
And where's that soggy plain?
In Spain, in Spain.
The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain. Bravo! The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain. In Hertford, Hereford, and Hampshire.
Hurricanes hardly happen. How kind of you to let me come.
Now once again, where does it rain?
On the plain, on the plain.
And where's that blasted plain?
In Spain, in Spain.
The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain. The